And traffic. You're still watching Prime Morning, 18 days for us to go cast our vote. Are you ready? Don't forget that your vote is your power. This segment is proudly brought to you by Franco Trading Enterprise, still and still phone Papa Perfie. Whatever gadget you are looking for, whether mobile phones, television sets, CCTV cameras, worry no more, because we've got them. They are very authentic as well, and of course, very durable. All you need to do is to come to any of our shops, and you know that we will serve you. Now, if you can't do that, let's make things easy, because you say there's too much traffic in town. Worry no more. Just download the app on your phone, which is Franco Trading App. Yes, the name on there is Franco Trading App. When you download it, you can get any gadget of your choice from there, and we will deliver it to you at your doorstep. For further inquiries, contact us on www.francotradingenterprise.com. Franco Trading Enterprise, still and still phone Papa Perfie. Now, I did tell you earlier that finally the Flowerpot Interchange has been commissioned. Good luck. I was going to say good luck, but it's actually good news, you know, because hooray, those of us who have been plying that road all the time, because anytime I'm going to church, I use that road, and sometimes the traffic is crazy. And so I'm happy that finally the traffic has been eased. We might see a few congestions here and there because that's what Eba Road is saying. However, the traffic situation is going to lessen, and so we are going to enjoy some sort of free flow at that side. And so we'll take a look at that. And then also take a look at the EC saying that they are ready for elections 2024. 18 days for us to go cast our votes. But they're telling us even if we have to vote next week, they are ever ready. Let's not forget, there are about 3 regions that have to have their ballot papers reprinted. And if there are 3 regions and they are telling us that they are ready, even if we have to vote next week, they are ready, then the question is, what about those regions? Do they matter or they don't? Well, this is the question that Ghanaians are asking, not from us, but Ghanaians. You can send your messages to us on 055-157-5757, 055-157-5757. I'm not here alone. I am here with Emmanuel Ameklenu, who is representing the NPP. Good morning, Emma.
Good morning, Roslyn.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
So you're always shining.
It's the grace of God, but you know, I can't cry you do.
I think probably because you're a celebrity. So.
So, you know, Emmanuel and I yesterday, I noticed that my videos on Facebook are doing so well too. So to all my Facebook fans, my lovers on Facebook, thank you so much. I love you. I didn't know that, you know, I had more than 20 videos on Facebook that had clocked over 100,000 views. So I have some clocking 1 million views, some 800 views, some 600 views. Businessmen, if you want to do business, I did for you. Let's do business, because I'll give you the views, man. I'll give you the views. Come on, let's do business. I'm going to give you the views. Yes.
But Bamia wants to do business with you, so I think that...
Hey, but it's business. Business is business.
So just endorse him the 7th.
It's not about endorsement. Business is different.
We'll do business with you.
Anyway, so how is campaign, though?
Well, Rosalie, a very good morning to your good self, your colleagues in the studio who are helping you, your cherished viewers. I think that campaign has been very great. It's been very awesome. You know, some few months ago, Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia began the possibility tour. He started from the Eastern region, and thanks be to the Almighty God and Almighty Allah. Yesterday, he has brought to an end the possibility tour as far as touring the entire nation is concerned. He ended his 15 days tour in the Ashanti region yesterday. And I must tell you that it was a solemn moment for the good people of Ahafo North South at the time. It was a time where the good people of the Ahafo North South took the time to actually make a resolution to him that His Excellency Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia, we have observed you. We've seen all that you have been doing. We've seen all that you have done. But we want to make a pledge to you that we, the good people of Ahafo North South, who represent just like any other Ghanaian in this country, we want to make a resolution to you that come 7 December, we would say a thank you to you by endorsing you, by voting for you. We will say a thank you to you for giving us free SHS. We will say a thank you to you for giving the good people of Ghana digital address system. We will say a thank you to you by giving the good people of Ghana a paperless system at the port. So, in fact, it was a very solemn moment, and you could see that the atmosphere was very tense, even though it was solemn. But I believe strongly that every single resolution that they had with the Vice President yesterday, they mean it because they know that the man himself at the time, and even now, means business. One thing that he told them is that, I have announced out, thank you for all these words. However, I am reiterating on the fact that give me the opportunity on the 7th of December, and I will give you, the youth of this nation, 1 million jobs as far as digital skills is concerned. I will ensure that there is SME bank. I will see to raise that there is minerals bank that will see to, assisting our colleagues within the areas where they are mining and other stuff. So I think that the campaign has been very fantastic. The national chairman is also in the Bono enclave. He's also been engaging the Ahafo. Bono is the general secretary, whom I would want to use the opportunity to wish him a belated happy birthday. This young man is a very fantastic general secretary that is doing well. Lawyer Justin Kodia, wherever you are, Papa, I say a very good morning to you this morning. You're a fantastic man. You're doing very well. God bless you for all the good things you do for the party. The young people of the party are watching you. I also want to use the opportunity to extend greetings to the Director of External Affairs, Stonash. He's a very young man for the first time in the history of the party who is at the helms of affairs of the External Affairs. Because of people like him, he's been able to connect for us to have a promise in the manifesto where 1 million youth who can sit in Ghana and still have job being done outside. He's part of the team of young people who actually crafted that business. And the last one I want to do is to extend a very good morning to the Brigadier General Zeblim Ayarugo, who is the Commissioner in charge of Customs. He's also doing fantastically ever since his appointment in April. He's been doing very well. Commissioner, I salute you this morning.
Okay, fantastic. And so we'll take a look at what the newspapers are reporting as well. And then I'll introduce to you my next guest. I'll start with the Republic Press. Let me start with the Accra Times. I'll start with the Accra Times newspaper. And it reads, Nana Kwame Bediako meets Otumfuo after resolving rift with Edoma Hene. And you can find that story in page 2. Ablaka weeps for students as NPP government kills SHS students, slams FDA Education Ministry for collusion. Brigadier General Opoku stripped naked, and yesterday the NDC did address Ghanaians and told Ghanaians that Brigadier General Opoku was going to be used by the sitting government to rig the elections. As to whether this is true or not, these are some allegations coming from the camp of the NDC. And of course, if these are true, we know that, investigations will commence because that is what the NDC is asking the government to do. Make sure that you commence investigations into this, and if you have to take this man out, take him out of post. But, well, as to whether it's true or not, we don't know, but this is what the NDC is saying. Akando accuses EC bossman as he recruits NPP members as polling officers. North Dai MP supports BC students to access SHS education, and Cheddar woos voters, promises transformational project to spur economic growth. My next newspaper is the Custodian newspaper. Razak Kojo Opoku asked Mahama 24 questions on 24-hour economy. Tribunal dismisses the GC Net's 4 billion Ghana cedis claim. UPSA names hostel after Napo for transformative contributions to education. Mohammed's brother links him to $4 billion Airbus scandal. 3 suspects remanded over alleged 160,000 Ghana cedis fraud against Alpha Lotto. And Abdul Hamid opens NPA's call center. My next newspaper is the Ghanaian Publisher newspaper. Court dismisses GC Net's 4 billion Ghana cedis claim, awards 2.2 million US dollars cost to Ghana. Akufo-Addo commissions Flowerpot Interchange. Mahama Airbus scandal, fresh revelations emerge. 3 caged over 160,000 Ghana cedis fraud against Alpha Lotto. And Asin South MP gives best teacher a car. I think, that best teacher needs a car. I think that he needs a car. The Daily Dispatch newspaper is my next newspaper, the Daily Dispatch. From a political outsider to a possible president after December elections, BBC on Baumia. NPA's Dr. Abdul Hamid opens NPA's call center. We have a security plan to ensure free, fair, and peaceful elections, IGP Dampare to Ghanaians. UPSA names hostel after Dr. Opoku Prempeh for outstanding contributions to education. And my final newspaper is a Republic Press newspaper. IGP talks tough, vows to crush election troublemakers. PMMC's reforms yield results as company tops Africa's gold industry. Talking about that, I think that this Christmas, if you like me, please go to PMMC and buy me something from PMMC. Thank you very much. That's what I want for Christmas. So Adele is here, and of course, Emmanuel is here. So I've shot my shots. I want gold bracelets or gold necklace. In fact, a set from PMMC. Thank you very much. If you know me, you know I love gold. So Ghana wins big. You see that on anticipates $2.185 million in legal fees as tribunal dismisses claims. Accra traffic woes to ease as Akufo-Addo opens Flowerpot Interchange. 2023 road safety report. Road crash deaths in Accra declined by 14%. This is great news. I'm happy about this. I wish it had declined by 50, but anyway, it's better than nothing at all. Peru West NCC holds debate for parliamentary candidates, and that will be all for the newspapers. Adel Umar Ibrahim is here, and he's representing the NDC. Good morning, Adel.
Good morning, Rosalind.
How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Awesome.
Yes, you said I shouldn't be scared, eh?
24 karat.
24 karat. Yeah, that's what I like.
No problem.
Okay, thank you very much. All right. Okay. How is campaign though?
We're holding Raima. How is your campaign? How is Alhaji Bamia?
I think you've been nice at your campaign.
Don't worry.
He's doing well. He's fine.
Something happened, last week I'm excited about, or this week I'm excited about. And
Okay, tell us.
I'd just like to, beef it through. So, Peter Aka, the independent candidate for Amenfi Central.
Oh yeah, he's decided to come back to the party,
he did
right?
something very beautiful, and it's so amazing, honestly. I'm excited by it, honestly. And I just like to call on the people of Amenfi Central that Madame Juan, Jan, I know her personally. She's very, very tough, very, very tough. She's up to task when she stands on the project. She just has to make sure that it is done. She's one person that I've had the opportunity to meet a couple of times, and the fact that, Peter Aka recognizes, what she's capable of doing and stepping down and saying, look, listen, this is the candidate that the party has given us, and then we want everybody else to support her is something that is exceedingly nice, for us. We're hoping that maybe, Morrison and the rest of them will probably do the same, which we doubt. But at the end of the day, I just want to say that, look, for the people of Amenfi Central, you have someone, someone beautiful, someone loving, someone caring, someone who is thinking of them even before she comes in. I mean, the last time I met her, she was having conversations of how she can help the young people within the mining area and what she can actually support her because the constituency finds itself in things like that. It's just amazing, the kind of menial jobs she's looking at, the kind of reclamation she's looking at. She's a wonderful person. And I just want to say this morning that good morning. I wish her luck. And this is just a new beginning.
This is to new beginning. That's as Adel Umar Ibrahim. You at home can also join us in this conversation. You can send your messages to us on 055-157-5757, 055-157-5757. Finally, the Flowerpot Interchange has been commissioned. It's a beautiful place, I must say. And if you haven't seen it yet, or you missed out on what happened yesterday, we will let you take a look at the video of what happened. But we know that, it's going to ease traffic. That's the good news, because for me, I can't stand traffic. So I'm happy that traffic is going to be eased. Let's take a look at the video.
The newly commissioned Flowerpot Interchange features an 802-meter dual carriageway viaduct with asphaltic concrete surfacing, a 140-meter ramp from Shashi onto the viaduct towards Airport Hills, and an 80-meter ramp connecting the viaduct to the motorway towards Tema. Speaking at the ceremony, President Nana Akufo-Addo hailed the interchange as a legacy for the future, emphasizing that it represents a tangible achievement of his government vision for a modern and inclusive Ghana.
These projects represent the scale of our ambition, a commitment to excellence and growth that knows no limits. Beyond interchanges, we have made substantial progress in road improvement projects across the nation. Through asphalt overlays, road rehabilitation and reconstruction, we are creating a safer, smoother, and more efficient transportation network, enhancing riding quality and supporting socio-economic development. Each of these projects underscores our resolve to build an infrastructure network that will uplift every Ghanaian in every corner of the nation. Ladies and gentlemen, the Flowerpot Interchange is a legacy for future generations. I call on the Ministry of Roads and Highways.
The Minister for Roads and Highways, Asensu Boachi, highlighted the significance of the interchange in improving road infrastructure across the country.
The Flowerpot Interchange is therefore a comprehensive solution to these long-standing traffic challenges, providing relief from congestion that has plagued this location for years. With this infrastructure, Mr. President, we mark another significant milestone in the government's commitment to improving road infrastructure across the country.
Greater Accra Regional Minister Titus Glover appealed to the Lejokuku Municipal Assembly to ensure the stretch remains free of unauthorized trading activities, urging strict enforcement to preserve the road's functionality.
In this light, I would like to urge the municipal assemblies, particularly Lejokuku and Ayawaso West Wuogon, under whose jurisdiction this interchange falls, to ensure that this area is kept clean. Additionally, I don't want to see kiosks, and the chief executive should listen to me. We don't want to see kiosk containers littered all over there. It will destroy the beauty of this edifice that we all witness and commission today.
Residents in the area expressed excitement about the project's completion. Many lauded the interchange as a game changer for easing traffic and improving travel times.
One of our children have been going to school with a lot of a problem. But I think everything has been done today.
First of all, we thank God, to Almighty God, for what He has done for Ghana and Flowerpot. Well, those days, at first, it wasn't easy at all. But now, per what they have done, we are very happy. We appreciate the government very well.
Reporting for Joy News, Collins Frimpong. The newly commissioned Flowerpot.
So the place looks very beautiful, doesn't it? No kiosk. I like that one. No kiosk. Remember when we saw the, now we call it Circle, but it was called Dubai Interchange. And, it was so beautiful until the squatters decided to take over. And now when you use that road, it's so appalling, so appalling. It's just a flyover that looks good. But down there, doesn't look good at all. So I like that, we've been told that no kiosk, and again, no kiosk We beg you people, no kiosk. Anyway, and so it looks good. It looks beautiful. So I'll start this conversation with Emmanuel. The government has done this. It's your government that has done this. And of course, you are happy about it, Arij.
Well, Rosalind, I don't think that there is any good thing that will be done. And as human as you are, you will say that you are castigating what has been done. I want to use the opportunity to commend His Excellency Nana Addo Akufo-Addo and his able Lieutenant, Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia, together with the Road Minister, Honorable Asensu, for keeping to their promise by delivering before the end of the year. In fact, before the commissioning, I was asking myself, is this Ghana? In fact, if we could have more of this in Ghana, I think that everybody will be happy. More importantly, when it has to do with the decongestion in terms of the traffic situation. Prior to the commissioning, I went on social media on some key personalities, social media handles, and I realized that they were impressed about the work that was done. At least so far, I've not seen anybody who has actually castigated the work that has been done, except to say that, as usual, for the doomsayers, they will always want to have an issue with every single thing that is done in this country as far as it has to do with the NPP. But I think that the Flowerpot Interchange is one of its kind. I think that so far, so good. It's one of the top-notch interchange we've had, because this morning when I was coming, I deliberately used that place. And I felt the serene environment, the aesthetic display of our culture in terms of the paintings on the, on the bridge. See, I have experienced the kind of traffic that you would have to go through from the, Gifford Road, heading towards, East Legon, or even Spinters, or talk of even motorway. You could be in this traffic for 30 minutes or even an hour if you're not careful. So for this commissioning of such a very lovely project, I want to commend the president, because it connects those going to Spinters, those going to Medina, Adrengano, and for me, it's on my route. So I think that being on my route, it's going to help me. At least when I want the easiest way to pass, I could always navigate towards that place. And I think that when you look at the kind of design that was done in terms of the paintings, the artwork that was done, it displays the Ghanaian culture. And we are in Greater Accra. So they try to actually portray the culture of the Ghans. And I was so much impressed. And it contributes to the number of interchange that has been done so far by this government in the Greater Accra region. And that also contributes to, at least, and it's on record, that this government is the only government that has done the largest road so far, over 12,000 kilometers of road in the country. Now, for me, there are three key things that I think that this project is going to help us as far as the commissioning of this project is concerned. One, is going to improve, alleviate our traffic congestion, because I'm sure you've used that route before, and you know how it is when you are going to Prayer Palace, where you fellowship. You know very well how the traffic zone is at times. And again, when it's also going to help to improve our road safety situations, and also going to help to enhance connectivity to the various areas. I want to again use the opportunity to commend the government led by His Excellency Nana Addo Akufo-Addo. For me, the artistic nature of the painting, everything, it's so lovely. Let's put aside the propaganda that is being peddled on the social media and all of that. See, this Flowerpot Interchange is going to have, or it's having a, table tennis court around it, a football pitch, a 5A side football pitch. It's also having a basketball pitch. It's like, it has a lot of recreational side that you can talk of. So it tells you that it's not just the normal interchange that some people, cut a sort for somewhere November 2016, where it was just a normal footbridge they were going to connect. What it means is that what we've commissioned yesterday means that the MPP government means business. The MPP government always think about the future. That is why when we came, there has to be a review of the project.
Okay.
That is how come you see that.
So you change a few things in there.
There are a lot of things that change because the normal contract was just a normal footbridge. Normal bridge, a flyover.
Okay.
That do not have most of these things that has been done now.
Okay.
But when we came, we have to look at the nature of the environment. We have to listen to the people, what they wanted. Because when you watch the environment, when you listen to what the people want, it tells you that, no, you must inculcate that in your project. So I think that all of these things were featured in the project. That is how come today we are seeing what we are seeing.
Okay.
We are experiencing the most beautiful interchange, the baby that has been, given to us. Let's appreciate it. If you don't like it, please. For me, I have said to a friend yesterday that if for nothing at all, if I don't like anything of this government, this is far, far better than Nkokobon Kete.
All right, thank you, Emmanuel. All right, thank you, Emmanuel. And please.
Rosalind, listening to Emmanuel, I don't know what it is about the NPP government and why, their interest is always in however they can make money and loot the state. Before we left power, we were contemplating on opening up the underbridge that connects Spintex to East Legon. It used to be only one small lane. His Excellency, the former president, the NDC thought about it and said, okay, perhaps it will be better to just do a flyover because when you do just that one, it will not basically solve the problem. We awarded a contract in November 2016. The total sum of the contract was 69 million Ghana cedis. And it was supposed to last for only 24 months. We were supposed to complete it within 24 months. We lost power. The MPP came to power. They initially abandoned that, idea. So you would notice that even though the pillars were done at a point in time, it was abandoned for God knows how many years. And then they went to the underbridge and they decided to open up the underbridge so that you have dual entry, car goes and car. Initially, one car goes and then you wait, another car comes, and then they actually decided to open up. They opened it up, the traffic didn't stop. Then they came back to the original idea of having to use, the bridge. And then, of course, we've been there for 8 years. The only reason why this project has lasted for 8 years is because they're looking for the opportunity consistently to loot the people of Ghana. I hear Ima say that, the other things that they have added, I would love for Ima to openly tell us what has added to the contract that has moved it to over 1,200% in terms of increment. What have you added? The project was supposed to be 600 meters. Flyover, that is what it was supposed to be, 600 meters. Crossing from Spintex all the way from the Chado lane, all the way to Spintex. You increased it to 850, from 600 to 850 meters. This is what you did. Then what did you do? You also allowed, the original plan was not to allow for entry onto the motorway. So what you did is that the flyover is going, but then underneath the flyover, you created an access onto the motorway. I would love for you to drive through that access and look at the access that connects to the motorway, whether it is worth 285 million Ghana cedis. So you hold the project that you didn't raise the funds for. We raised funds to start the project. We award the contract. You come into government, you leave the project lying down, you keep siphoning from one project, you keep siphoning, adding money, siphoning. And then you sit on it, a project is supposed to take 2 years, you sit on it for 8 years. Add extra almost 1,200% in terms of increment. And then you sit here and tell us the tennis court.
Isn't the increment because of the dollar and the cedi exchange rates?
Dollar cedi exchange rate?
Yeah.
Whose fault is that? Whose mistake is that?
I'm just saying that with regards to the increment we are talking about, because yes, you had...
It is not only an issue of inflation, and it's not only an issue of increment in the size of dollar.
Yeah.
They are telling you that their excuse is not even the issue of dollar. Their excuse is that the project was 69 years, it was 600 meters. We have increased it to 850 meters. So there's an increment. Okay. They are telling you that, yes, we agree that originally it was just a flyover, but what we have done is that we have connected it to the motorway. Then he must sit there and tells you that, oh, there's a table tennis court. Table tennis. Do you know how much a table tennis table is? And if you even want to think about it, why on earth would any thinking reasonable person decide that you want to put a table tennis court in the middle of a flyover, underneath a flyover, where cars are passing from all angles, and simply protect that tennis court by some metals, 2-inch metal that you have created? So if there's an accident, if any trailer doesn't find its way, you want to put people's children under a flyover to play tennis and soccer. What is wrong with you people? Honestly.
I get you, but let me actually play a peace campaign video. The children of For Kids Paradise are embarking on a peace campaign, and I want you to look at this video. We have only 18 days to go cast our vote. Take a look at it.
This is Accra. Hello everyone, my name is Tara Josiah Skin, a student of St. Joseph's RC Basin School. This is for Kids Paradise Peace Champions. My friends and I have some messages for all the political parties. Let's hear them.
When there is chaos in the country, women and children fall the most victims. It is therefore prudent that we become the voices of peace.
I want peace because it brings happiness to our families. When everyone feels safe and joyful, we can enjoy more times together.
Peace makes us follow our tradition and celebrate our festivals without any trouble. I want to see our beautiful culture thrive.
If there is peace, people can speak their mind and vote without fear. I want everyone to feel they can share their voice for a better Ghana.
Peace helps us to celebrate together no matter our differences. I want to see everyone happy and united, especially when we win together as a country.
Peace in Ghana means your dreams can come true. I dream of becoming a doctor. That's only possible if there is stability for us to grow and steady.
I want peace in Ghana because peace lets us feel safe in our homes and in our neighborhood. When there's peace in Ghana, I wouldn't feel afraid going out and playing with my friends.
I want peace so we can keep making Ghana beautiful. When we are at peace, we can plant more trees, clean our communities, and care for the environment.
Most of all, I want peace in Ghana because it's our home. I love Ghana and I want to see it safe, united and happy for everyone.
Peace means kindness to everyone, no matter where one comes from or what one believes in. I want to grow up in Ghana where everyone feels welcome.
I want to be part of a future where Ghana is so peaceful, a country, a place where other countries look up to because we respect each other.
When I grow up, I want to be a president, but without peace, my dreams cannot come true. We want peace.
We need peace. Without peace, I cannot be a pilot in future.
Without peace, I can't come to school and play with my friends. We want peace.
We need peace in the country so we can be great leaders in future. Without peace, how can I become the richest man in Ghana? We want peace.
I invite you to become a peace champion today because peace starts with you.
Peace starts with you.
Because 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 peace starts with you, and those are the words of our future leaders. Of course, we need peace, and I urge you that when you go cast your votes, please and please again, go home. Do not hang around. I will say it over and over, because we at the election headquarters will bring you all the details when it comes to elections, okay? So if it's about, you want to watch it on TV, we have it on Joy Prime, we have it on Joy News, we have it on Adom TV. If you want to listen to it on radio, because probably you cannot sit and watch, don't worry at all. You can listen to it on Joy 99.7 FM. You can listen to it on Adom FM, on Inshira FM, on Asempa FM. We'll bring you everything. So worry no more, because we've got you covered on all these platforms. And of course, we are digital as well. So if you go on our digital platforms, that is either any of the social media handles, you see us streaming live on YouTube, on X, on Facebook, on Instagram. We'll try and stream live there for you. Okay, so let's do it together like that. Let's not go and be there and cause any chaos. We don't need that at all. We're still on the Flowerpot issue, and from Adele, he says there's no. Why would we put table tennis?
Rosalie, look, what I'm saying is that the project is 69 million cedis. 69. It is supposed to take 24 months. You deliberately leave the project hanging for almost 8 years. We're in the 8th year. You leave the project hanging, and then you keep siphoning money. You keep putting money into it. You keep siphoning, like for 8 years. It's like you have a golden goose, a goose that lays golden eggs. You don't want to kill it, so you leave it. You just leave it, and then it's just laying eggs, and they're just siphoning. 69 million. You have added 216 million. Rosalind, from 69, you have added 216 million. And Justin Kodia is not even shy to put this on his Facebook page.
But you see, the thing is, Adele, are we not also forgetting the fact that there's million we are talking about is in cities?
It's in cities, yes.
Good.
Yes.
Now, as we talk about it in cities, I like the fact that we are making everybody know that it's in cities. As of 2016, how much was, a cement bag?
How much was what?
A cement bag.
34.
As of now, how much is a cement bag?
No, but the project didn't start now.
No, but my point is that if we take a look at
the project,
now,
so 2017. So from 2017, small, 2017, 2018, 2019, like that, small. The city was increasing, slowly. At the point in time, cement was not 100 and something. At the point in time, cement was 30 something, 40 something, 50, 60, like that. It is like that. But I'm saying that what wisdom is there in keeping the project, which is supposed to last 24 months? Let's say with all the ancillaries that you decided to add, you added an extra year, making it even 36, months, which would basically be 3 years. My question is that, on what basis does a flyover, Rosalind, a flyover, cost us 69 million cedis, 600 meters long, and then you decide that you want to add 250 meters to 600. 600 meters is 69 million. Let's say, bypass. Let's say because of inflation and all those things. Let's assume that if the NDC was even doing this project today because of inflation all over there, let's say we're even looking at approximately 120 million thereabouts. Let's say twice the amount, okay? And then what you have done is that you have added ancillaries. What are the ancillaries? You have connected an access road to the motorway. You've connected an access road to the motorway. And you are putting tennis and basketball court under the overpass. This is supposed to add an additional 216 million Ghana cedis to the cost. This is it. Okay, so why doesn't Ima tell us this morning how much inflation has added to get us 286 million? One. Two, tell us openly, what are the ancillaries, apart from the tennis court, the basketball, connecting it to the motorway and adding 250 meters to an already existing 600 meters, which we had decided to do at 69 million. You should probably tell us what other ancillaries have been added, because if the whole flyover would cost us 69, certainly it doesn't make any sense that these ancillaries will cost us 216. All right. If you take, let's say that inflation, Rosalind, let's say inflation takes away 51 million from this 216. Let's say inflation and all the other things and our city depreciation takes 51 million. What it still means is that you added close to about 150 million. Let's even say 100 million, Rosalind. What it means is that you've added an extra 100 million.
All right, so let me go to Ima.
Rosalind, You see, I'm not a construction student, but I've had the privilege of living in a hostel way back in the Polytechnic with construction students. So for me, I'm going to break down some few things to you this morning. I was surprised for him to tell us the components of, he couldn't tell us the component of the earlier project. He only told us that the earlier project is from the underpass and the flyover, which is costing 69 million Ghana cedis. I was expecting him to tell us that, okay, within those things, there are A, B, C, D. But you see, this has always been the...
What A, B, C, D?
He should tell us that the 69 million project, it includes A, B, C, D. There is this, there is that, it includes this.
You spoke about the flyover, right?
Yes, and that is what I'm talking about. Okay. The flyover, that is the bridge that is crossing from on the motorway, and then the underpass he talked about. Now, I was expecting him that he should tell us that, okay, the 69 million project, there were some other activities or minor projects that were added to it. He couldn't tell us anything. He only spoke and, tried to bastardize the project in terms of the figure. But you see, the interesting thing is that this whole project started way back in November 2016. And when we came in 2017, we realized that there was a plea for expansion of the project because the kind of work that they have laid down, we noticed that no, we could have done better. And you see, it looks like my brothers on the other side, the NDC, have always remained myopic. Myopic in the sense that they have always failed to think far. They have always failed to think about the future. When we are talking about creating a first-class, a world-class road for Ghanaians, you are talking about a normal overpass that you want to build and take 69 million.
Which one is a world-class road? Is it the flyover?
The flyover they have done, it is top-notch. You can disagree with me, but I think that
nobody's disagreeing with you. You are making your point.
And I think that is even far, far better than the so-called circle Dubai that they created and looted so much funds. Now, I'm going to tell you something. Now, the original contract of the two overpasses, the first one has 60 meters overpass across the Flowerpot roundabouts. And then the second one has another 60 meters overpass across the motorway. And all of these, both of them were 2 lanes. When we came, we said that no, and these two were costing the 69 million Ghana cedis, as he said. Now, when we came, after further consultation and seeing to it that there is the need for review of the project, the final scope, after multiple review, we now have the main bridge, which is 802 meters, largely 4 lanes. And if you look at the number of lanes compared to their lanes, which is 2, if you look at what we have now, you realize that the number of lanes has shot up compared to what they wanted to do. That is one.
Theirs was 2 lanes.
Theirs was 2 lanes.
You did a dual.
We did 4 lanes.
That's a dual.
Exactly.
Okay.
Now, then there's also an addition of the Shashi ramp, 140 meters, 1 lane that is being connected. Another one also has to do the motorway slip ramp, 80 meters, 1 lane. Another one has to do with the road through the old tunnel. If you currently look at the old tunnel at the end of East Legon bypass, you realize that the old tunnel has been done and is connecting to airport and then Accra Mall. That is another one.
But that one was not like, it wasn't a major project.
That road was after the main one has been.
No, but we agree that it's not a major project. It was like more or less like
it's a major, I'm saying it's a major project because they have been able to, remodify that side.
No, so modifying is not, that's what I'm saying. Modifying is not a major project.
Agreed, but what I want
you did something which we agree, but it's not a major project.
Fine, but what I want you to understand is that from, when you are coming from, let's say the TVET from East Legon, using the old tunnel, going to, airport, you realize that there have been some expansion.
That's what I'm saying.
And they have done some few
I use
works.
that road every day.
That's fine.
So
I also use that road.
That's what I'm saying.
That's fine.
I agree that some works have been done, but they are
and
not
all
major
these
works.
work contribute to what I'm talking about.
Okay, all right.
Again,
but
there has also been
when
200.
you get to the traffic light at the the underbridge, the pothole there is too huge. Please fix it for us, okay?
I think it's been done.
No, it hasn't been done
Okay,
yet.
okay. I'm sure the right authorities will take it
All
up.
right, thank
Then there has also been 200 meters access into cantonments. Again, there has been dualization of
200 meters access into cantonment.
Yes.
From where to where?
I think that has to do with under the footbridge from the Palace Mall area there.
Okay.
So it's just
From
giving you the
Palace Mall. I just want to.
It's just giving you.
But
So
from the
I'm
Palace
just
Mall,
trying
it
to give you
connects
the
to
fixtures that has been added to the work.
But we just want to
compared to
understand
the earlier
I just want to
contract,
understand it.
This thing was not part of it.
Please. So from Palace, it connects you. If you're going to cantonment, I know the road well. That's why I'm just asking these questions. So from Palace, you have created a road this way, which links to the so-called Mahama Road.
Yeah.
So, and that Mahama Road is what takes you to cantonment.
Yeah. So what it means is that when I looked at about 2 years ago, you realize that the road or the flyover was a bit smaller.
There wasn't a flyover. It just connected to the roundabout.
No, as they were constructed, you realize that it was smaller than what we are saying, because at the point I realized that they began to do expansion. And that is connecting those who are from the Accra Mall, using around the Palace Mall area, there, hitting the cantonment side. That is one. Then you also have the dualization of 2.5 kilometers of ground level
2 minutes,
roads,
a minute more actually.
ground level roads, and incorporating 2 roundabouts with fountain. If you go there right now, there are 2 roundabouts that have fountains. Is the NDC telling us that creating a fountain over there is bad? That's one question.
Let me ask you this question,
now,
though.
street
Before
lights
you
and
continue, I just want clarity for people at home to understand, okay? The question here is, at this point, looking at our economic standard, do we need fountain? And what will the fountain do for us?
All of these things, it did not start today. This thing started way back when the project was revised.
Because I'm asking you these questions because people who are, very, how do I put it, who have been traveling a lot, know a lot about, these countries, know that they have gone abroad and they haven't seen a major road like that with fountain and those things. So the question here is, do we need a fountain in
I have seen some major
inside in those?
I have seen some major roads.
Not at the recreational centers and stuff like that.
That have fountains.
Fountain in a road?
No, there are fountains, and I think that where the fountains are, it's not blocking the passage of the cars.
The question is, looking at our economic standard now,
I'm telling you that
where we are now, do we need a fountain there?
But these things were reviewed way back in 2017. At the time, we're not having the challenges we are facing now.
So when you realize that we are facing the challenges, why
you want to tell me that after giving your money to the contractor to to execute the project, you will refund your money to you? That will not happen.
Are we saying that we don't modify things?
I am coming. Now, there were street lights and other street furniture that has been provided as well. Beyond that, there's also a section for over 100 cars that can be parked. Are they telling us that all of this thing is no good? We have also dedicated...
I like the parking bits. I really love it.
Are they also telling us that, those days when we were a child, we have our brothers who used to play football along the roadside, this 5-5, the small goalpost. A similar thing, that is the 5-side football pitch that has been created. Are they telling us that it is no good? Are they telling us that having...
For safety reasons, some people will say that it's not good. Some people will say for safety reasons.
I agree with you, but I think that the contractors have put in perspective where it should be situated, whether it is needed, if it will boost the environment in terms of what the people want.
Just about 2 weeks ago, there was an accident that happened that was trending. The guy was just sitting by the roadside and the car just veered off the road and nearly killed him. Luckily, he was able to run away before the car hit that side. And so the reason why I'm saying this is because there are Ghanaians out there who say that, why should I risk my life to go and play ball or play table tennis at that place when, growing up, we know of recreational centers. We know that we create these places. So you go park your car at the right recreational place, play whatever you want to play because you're safe. You come and sit back in your car.
But I think that the distance is a bit far from the main road. But there are 3 things that I want to add to it. There is also an ambulance station over there.
Which is a good thing.
There is also a police post over there.
Which is a good thing.
There's also a fire station post over there. Ask them, if in their earlier contract, all of these things were, you see, they should spare us this, they are non-fat.
All right, Emmanuel, thank you.
I keep saying that, for me, they can rant and rant, but I think that the good people of East Legon, the good people who plow that road, they will appreciate what has been done. And this is better than flying guinea fowls. It is better than in Kokobo and Keten.
All right, your
that
time.
is what they should understand.
All right, thank you. Adele?
Rosalind, I want to say...
As Adele, I'll read a few
Yes,
messages.
Yes.
Yeah.
So he's here, he's shouting, and we did...
No, don't tell me I'm shouting.
Okay,
Don't tell me I'm shouting. Don't tell me.
Okay, no problem. Forgive me. He's added all those other things, no problem. How much is the fountain? Can you tell us? How much is costing you the fountain?
You don't set questions for me.
How much is the car
I think your viewers are...
How much is the car park? How much is the car park?
Your viewers are watching.
Look,
speak to your viewers.
Listen. Don't talk to us as though we are kids. I've been doing construction for God knows how long. See, that is why I'm telling you that it is looting. They have a nice way of it. They have a goose that is laying eggs. So let's leave the goose and then let it be laying eggs. So almost sorry, I'm done. Hey, woman for fountain cry. It may be 200,000. 800,000.
Maybe that's what you've been doing in your contract.
Can you please keep quiet?
I will not keep quiet.
This is not time.
Gentlemen, hold on. Adele, please. Emma, please let Adele make his point. I'm begging you. Adele, please make your point.
Say, stop the stealing. That is not what we are talking about. You're sitting here and telling me that if you have already, the time that the contract was awarded in 2017 when the variations was done, if you've already paid the contractor, you should go for the money. You are the same person sitting here and telling us that, oh, and then we did. So you did the variations in 2017. You did all those variations in 2017. And then you tell us that it's beyond Circle Interchange. Is that what you're saying? Have you seen the scope of work at Circle? Which of the overpasses did we do that we didn't put an ambulance and we didn't put a police station? Even Kaswa Interchange. Kaswa here, there's a police station underneath. What are you talking about? What reference are you making? We are saying that there is 216 million added to the cost of the project.
Ghana City. Can we clarify it, please?
It doesn't matter. Ghana City.
Because one thing I think that every government makes a mistake with is the fact that we do our costing in dollars, and then when issues change, we are quick to say, oh, it's in cities. Because every costing in the budget is in dollars.
No problem. Rosamond, listen. Pacho, our 69 million, was it dollars? It's cities. The 69. It's cities.
Yes, it's cities.
It's cities. Okay.
As of that time, what was it in dollars?
No problem. So let's give it to them. Let's give it to them. Let's say that under the NDC, 69 million Ghana cedis, we can do the exchange rate by 4.2. We know what it is. Today, because of, Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, the economy is a mess, and the dollar has moved from 4.2 to 17 Ghana cedis. And for that matter, it's even gone to 285 million. We're asking that the 285 million, was it the NDC who took it to 285 million? Come and sit here and tell us that you have done tennis. What is the cost of the tennis? What is it? You want to tell me that the cost of tennis and an access road to Temamoto Way. How do you guys see it?
But there's access road to Temamoto.
I am not disputing that.
Exactly.
I am not disputing that. Yes. I am saying that the cost that was placed on the project and these issues that you are raising, those costing that you're raising, I'm saying that is what they do. So you do.
But will we agree that times have changed, a cost of living is higher, and so maybe that's the reason why we are seeing the cost. And of course, yes.
Bank of Ghana Hospital, how much money did they add to it? Bank of Ghana, I said Bank of Ghana Hospital, how do you call it? The Bank of Ghana headquarters, how much did you add to it? Don't talk to us. 200 years sitting here.
I just want to ask a question. I just want to ask a question before you start reading.
Which of the overpasses don't we do and then put police distance under it?
He keeps
every cycle interchange. You come and compare 2 tier to 1 tier.
He sits here and keep ranting, but the truth is that he's been unable to tell us if their earlier plan.
There was no overpass.
Has those features in terms of police post?
It is those things that you are making reference to. That I'm saying that the cost of that cannot be.
And the fact is, it is in cities.
All right, gentlemen.
Ask this thing. You are just surprised because the work
It's so amazing.
Relax.
We've done it.
So
it
you
is
see,
better than flying
wait,
on the
hold on.
Going around and painting things on the wall.
See,
Hold on.
this is very. You are bringing something that is not. You are bringing something that is not part of the discussion.
Hold on.
Stop bringing it is that.
Gentlemen.
That's not part of the
Gentlemen.
Gentlemen. Speak on issues.
NDC and NPP.
You are just surprised that Ronaldo has commissioned.
Ima, relax.
Oh, who is more criminal than your president? Who is more criminal than your
gentlemen?
Who is more criminal than Mahama? Mahama is the most corrupt
gentlemen.
And it is in air. I meet you. Mahama.
All right, you let me read a few messages.
Corrupt leader.
All right, so all right, it is clear that the second coming of JDM is non-negotiable. Ghanaians are tired of the economic hardship, incessant increase in fuel prices and utility tariffs, galloping inflation, and the glaring state capture under the Nana and Bawumia government. Anyone who campaigns for the NDC at this moment is not engaging in politics but on a rescue mission for Ghana. In my view, no Ghanaian is in his right frame of mind will vote for Dr. Bawumia come December 7th polls. This is coming from Daniel Akpaliok from Sandema. Change is coming. Let's vote MPP out. Just look for the umbrella and cast your vote for Mabladi Ifyekuma Zongo. Good morning, Joy Prime, and good morning to your panelists and to your viewers. The commissioning of the Flowerpot Interchange by Nanado, Bawumia government is a welcoming news, and we Ghanaians want to sincerely thank them so much and to extend their government for the next 4 years come December 7th by the grace of God. They have been top-notch and also a government with more interchanges in Ghana since independence. Also, the EC we have today is uncomparable. They have proven to us that they have Ghanaians at heart and really need peaceful, free and fair election for Ghana. Unlike those so-called parliamentarians and leaders who have shown to us that they are in parliament for their parochial interests, major from Northeast region. Good morning, fantastic lady. This morning, I know the family of We Don't Roads and Infrastructure will be everywhere praising the commissioning of John Mahama's legacy by Nanado yesterday. But the question in my mind is, do we eat roads now, or is Samira Bawumia now buying onions and tomatoes at Malamata Market with roads and infrastructure? Please, Roslyn, remind the NPP man that Ghanaians who don't eat roads. What we eat in 2024 is still chicken, and we'll vote for chicken today and vote for chicken tomorrow. The fear of the NDC is not NPP or Supreme Court, but the EC, because for the NPP, they've lost elections 2024 already, and the Supreme Court, we are not going there even after beating the NPP come 7 December, and they go there. Will not show in court. Masaraman Suna Sola. Good morning. My question is, Vice President Bawumia, when will he honor his promise to pay NAPCO trainees arrears? Please, I want an answer from the NPP rep sitting there. In 2020 election, they promised the same thing, but it turns out to be lies. Please, Bawumia should not endorse his name as a liar and try to settle NAPCO trainees arrears this week. What alternative should NAPCO trainees take again? We have petitioned several respectful personalities to help us inform government to pay our arrears, but all turned no show. I'm begging the leaders to fear Almighty God and pay the money for us. God touch their hearts to pay us. All media should continue helping us to hear our voices. Our homeland Ghana, the youth have to beg what is theirs. Good morning, Joy Prime. I'm calling the youth of Ghana to force Dr. Bawumia to start talking about the economy, as well as answering some economic questions and the 5 questions from the former president, John Mahama. We should force him to talk about the economy as he did before the 2016 elections. We want to know whether the fundamentals are weak now or not. We want him to meet the press, and I mean those who will put him to scrutiny, to answer some questions about the economy and stop calling Mahama for a debate. The economic whiz-kid must answer some questions, period, from Mowat inside Obuasi. Good morning, Madam Host. Once again, NPP government led by President Nanado has shown that infrastructure development is the way to go, and it's only Dr. Bawumia and Dr. Napo who are best paired to continue the good work of His Excellency Nanado. Together, we shall overcome. NPP will definitely win the upcoming election, hands down. All right, good morning, Joy Prime. Can you please ask the NPP man, how is Bawumia going to tackle this? Can Bawumia call for a full investigation into how Chelsea Dubois, former Deputy Finance Minister, took $200,000 from Anas and his team when he took the money in the name of Bawumia? Can Bawumia call for the investigation of Cecilia Dapa on how she managed to store over $20 million under her bed? Do you think Bawumia can do that? Hey, 20 million, where do you get these figures from, darling? Darling, this one is a bit deep. Good morning, Joy Prime. It's good news to have the Flowerpot flyover commissioned Nana Addo. However, I expect President Akufo-Addo to acknowledge the man who started the project, just as Atta Mills did when he honored Kufuor for starting the Bui Dam. It's good to build flyovers, but does NPP expect us to thank them after telling NDC we don't eat flyovers and roads in the past? Let's give honor to whom honor is due as matter of principles. This is from Big Alaska from Garu Tampani in the Upper East of Ghana. Please tell the NPP man to stop shouting and let we, the listeners, to understand what is being discussed. Every living being struggles before they die. Oh, so what are you saying? You are saying NPP is going home. Oh, you people, we are here to go and vote, so you people don't know. Yo, good morning. NPP is full of taxes. Opening road, and that was started by NDC. Shape lies, hypocrite NPP. All right. So, good morning, Roslyn. The NDC presser yesterday is an admission of NDC already accepting defeat to Dr. Bawumia come December 7th. They were in a comfortable lead as usual about some months ago. The monumental project Nana Addo is commissioning has sent them to the ICU. They are seriously bruised. Nana Addo Bawumia will go down as one of the best Ghana has witnessed. Akufo-Addo government stand tall in all fields of government against that of Mohamed's Dumsor government. Today, we are seeing massive road construction across the country. Nana Addo has built more interchange than any government in Ghana's history. Yesterday was another beautiful day as Nana Addo commissioned the second largest and beautiful interchange in Africa, Flowerpot flyover. To those who keep making noise that NPP has not added a single megawatt to the national grid yesterday, Nana Addo commissioned another landmark project, Bridge Power Project in Tema, worth $1.2 billion US. Bridge Power Plant will add 590 megawatts to the national grid. On Friday, Nana Addo will commission the modern train to start work in our country. So the question here is, why are we waiting all this while and we are now doing all these things? And again, you know, this is what a lot of discerning Ghanaians are saying. Are politicians taking us for granted? We voted 2016 for one particular political party. Now, let's take a look at 2016. In 2016 election year, the Circle overpass was commissioned. It was commissioned. The government then was voted into power in 2008, waited till 2016 to commission that. The sitting government has also waited to 2024. Barely 19 days to elections is when we commissioned. Same thing happened in 2016. And now it's happening again. What do politicians take us for? Well, it's up to you to make a decision on it. We have more things to talk about, but this is the flyover. But I say that we keep seeing history repeat itself right here in Ghana. And this is history. Just take a look back, 2016. Circle. Now, Flowerpot.
But you know,
we are here.
Circle wasn't started in 2009. We started it, you know, way back. You know, it was something that we did in our second term.
I just want discerning Ghanaians to take a look at what the political parties are doing to us. That's all. That's all.
I don't know what your summation is to, you know, say by saying that history will repeat itself.
But it's repeating itself. That's what you're saying.
It is not history.
It's what?
When this project started, in the course of the project, when COVID came, the contractors went back. They laid their shoes and requested for a review of the contract because at the time, the materials have shot up in terms of iron rods.
What are you saying? Whose fault is that?
Rosalie, I'm on floor.
You know, I have a...
When there was COVID, you and I know very well that prices of things were up through of us. No, Rosalie, be frank enough and tell me that as at 2020...
You know the question I want to ask? You know what question I want to ask?
Ask.
When did COVID go?
We are making a submission. I'm talking about us at 2020.
No, this is why I
when the project was in continuation.
Listen, 100% what you're talking, I understand. But when did we get out of COVID era? It's been 4 solid years since we got out of COVID. 4 years. You know when the contractor picked his gadget?
It's not been 4 years since we've got out of COVID. It's not been 4 years.
It's been how many years?
When did COVID stop? COVID did not stop in 2020.
Wait, you know, you and I know very well that when everybody had to lock down and everything, lockdown was raised and life came back to normal after lockdown was raised. And that was 2020. Else we wouldn't have voted. You know that. It's been 4 years as we sit here, as we are paying COVID levy. That is not even the issue. The issue here is that why didn't we complete in 2023? Why didn't we complete in 2022? Why are we completing it 19? And it's a speed. And I keep on saying that history is repeating itself.
You see,
I don't have a problem. I
have issues with, at times, I keep saying that I have issues with your colleagues or people within the media space. I'm saying that because when you follow the history of this project, it will tell you that after 2020, where prices of goods rose up or skyrocketed, the contractor requested for, variation or review of the contract because he realized that prices of goods were up. Now, fast forward, you again agree with me that there have been encounters with the then road minister where he talked about funding. They need to do mobilization for continuation of the project. All of these things, the project is not that immediately they start. Definitely there are hitches. And those hitches contributed to the delay of the project. And that is what we must appreciate. The most important thing is that it is not deliberate, neither is it intentional for this government to wait and commission it at this time. But the most priority of this government is to see to it that the good people of Ghana who plowed that route, see to it that the traffic is decongested, they have a free flow of traffic, and they appreciate what they have done. So for me, when you say that history will repeat itself, history has repeated. History has repeated. For me, I think that it is not true. Okay. Because the circumstances are different. Okay. During their time, there was no COVID. During their time, there was nothing like how do you call it? A natural disaster. But we had a natural occurrence that occurred. And for that reason, it is causing what we are seeing today. Okay. I think we should commend the president and all those who contributed
I just said to discerning Ghanaians, it's up to them to make a decision.
No, the discerning Ghanaians, for me, I think that they appreciate the work.
Saying that.
And they'll make...
if anybody ever says that this work is not being appreciated, then the person is not being a Ghanaian. You will definitely appreciate the work that has been put together because it is beautiful, it's going to ease traffic. But the question here is, why wait till now? Because
that is what I don't want. That is where I don't want you to go to. Okay. Why wait now? All right. Why wait now? Because you and I know, if you look at the history of this project, there has been issues upon issues. And all of those things contributed to the commission of the project.
I want to move to quickly wrap up and let me go to the next topic.
Rosalind, the Circle Interchange project. The funding for the project was secured in August 2012. August 2012. Throughout the period of Dumso, throughout the fact that we were not getting funding, throughout the fact that taxes were dropped down, throughout that period, the project was still kept alive until its final conclusion in 2016. 3 years consistently. By 2013, the project has started 2013, 2014, 2015, 2016. But the project itself was actually, the funding was secured in August 2012. The contract, I think, was awarded, the following year and all of that. It was within a certain time frame. Even that project, 2-tier, how long did it cost us? How long did it take us to do it? And you're sitting
but you also waited till election year and decided to commission it and call it Circle Dubai so that Ghanaians would come
do you recognize that the time frame for the project was not 2 years? Circle Interchange was a major project. It was the first of its kind, 2-tier. It was a major project. But even that, we managed, even with all the stress we were going through, we managed within the time frame to finish it. You take 2013 to 2016. Take it. Look at the number of years. Compared to a project like this that you have done for 8 years and siphoning, constantly siphoning. When you get up in the morning and you feel like, now those sales, we have to get some extra money. You have a fountain in Kaho, then you go and add fountain. Or when you get up in the morning and say, let's add a tennis, then they add tennis to it. You have left the project for close to about 8 years sitting for this interchange. You are proud to sit here and tell us that you took over a project that you didn't
secure. So you are trying to tell us that, Adele, wait, you are trying to tell us that.
Yes.
you commissioned or you built your projects under 2 years. Is that what it is?
I'm saying that our projects, the Circle Interchange, it took a maximum period of almost 3 years.
3 years. So it was like you had to rush so that you commissioned it just before elections.
Okay, Wesley, we can say that. You can
see?
Listen. You can. I don't want to say that. Okay, we rushed it to finish it in 2016. But
So that you commissioned it just before we go and vote.
We did commissioning. It was something that was beautiful. We added Kwame Nkrumah's statue.
You even brought somebody from Nigeria to come, actors from Nigeria to come.
Fair enough, yes. I remember all of that. And then, the second phase, which was supposed... Do you know that even the second phase of that project, which is the Kanishi overpass, we were supposed to finish the circle, continue all the way, and then finish the Kanishi overpass. The Kanishi overpass has been under them since they came. Look how we started Circle Interchange around 2013 thereabout. Finished it and commissioned before we left power. You have been left with only the Kanishi overpass. How many years has it been? They will leave power without even completing that project.
EC says that they are ever ready for election 2024. Are you also ready? 18 days for us to go cast our vote. And EC says that if we have to vote next week, they are very ready for it. They've trained their personnel. They are very ready and everything will go smoothly. The only issue here is that there are about 3 regions that have to have their ballot papers reprinted. And the NDC and some Ghanaians are raising eyebrows for that because the NDC says that those places are their stronghold and they wish that it wasn't so. It could have been the neutral grounds. That could be, the neutral grounds. We're talking about Central region. We are talking about Greater Accra region. But if you take a look at it, it's not so. It's rather their stronghold. So they have a few questions for the EC. And so I'll start this with Adele. So because you just landed, but because you are the ones complaining.
You see, every single thing this MPP government is adopting to rig this year's election. No. The Electoral Commission is an extension of the MPP. I would say it's an extension of the MPP because we have elements within the MPP. Are you aware that as we speak right now in Jabuso, Minta Akando has discovered that party executives, polling station party executives, have been selected by the Electoral Commission, simply moving them from their polling station to other polling stations to work as Electoral Commission officers at polling centers. But you see, what they don't
Is that
understand-
not an allegation?
No. He's done an entire press conference on it. You will see, by the end of the day today, you see, he's done an entire press conference on it. Giving names, phone numbers, platforms they are on, their numbers with the EC list that has been provided. He made an entire press conference. In fact, he did a presentation of it. So the Electoral Commission is simply an extension of the MPP headquarters. But what we're telling them is that, and what they refuse to understand is that, whether they like it or not, this year's election, inshallah, they are not winning the election. There is the Brigadier, Michael Opoku, after he went to do the things that he did at Tayasu West Wagon. Today he has been, selected and then elevated in July, and he's in Asuchari, training MPP hoodlums, getting them ready for the 2016, 2020.
NDC allegation.
No, not NDC allegations. You see, Rosalind, what people don't realize is that in the military, in the police service, there are people that are sympathetic to the NDC, whether you like it or not. This same brigadier we are talking about, there are people close to him who are giving information. Close to him. So it would amaze them to know that on the day of election, every single, we are like 3 steps ahead of them, 3 steps. And then we give them tits and bits and pieces. That's what we do. Electoral Commission, we catch them, DVR, BVD, we just give them tits and bits and pieces. But this election, whether they like it or not, what we're saying is that, why on earth is it that you don't have serial number problems in Ashanti region, in Eastern region, but you have serial number problems in Volta region? How did it happen? How did it happen? This is the Electoral Commission who is telling you, be comfortable. We can assure you. We assure you. And the fact that we hadn't even, assuming we didn't even see it to talk about it. And they're always comfortable. Look at them. They are comfortable. He will tell you there's nothing wrong with it. He will tell you, oh, what is it? There's still time. That's what he will tell you. There's still time. Don't worry. But we're telling them, they will produce those, ballot papers for Volta region. They will produce it whether they like it or not. We will go into that election. Nothing is going to happen. We will stand and we will police every single thing they are planning in Ashanti region. Listen, peace. You spoke about it earlier on, Rosalind. peace is not the absence of violence. That is not, sorry, peace is not the absence of, what do you call it? You pretty much, you don't get peace by being unequitable. You get peace by being equitable. You get peace by being justful. So if you want everybody to be just, Rosalind, if anybody walks to your house today, puts a gun to your head, in your house, in your space, Rosalind, and you have a way to fight back and you have a gun, wallahi, Rosalind, and you're probably even more tactical than he is, you will murder him before he murders you. Do you know why? Because you have a right to live.
But we are still preaching peace.
We will preach peace, but I'm saying that in the circumstances, not in the circumstances.
And I like the fact that you corrected that sentence, because people will, I know Ghanaians, they will go and cut it and then they'll be using it on social media and all of that.
You understand what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, somebody has been given the responsibility to make sure that everything goes on well. The president, in fact, Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, who is the head of the police council, chairman of the police council, all these people put in place to make sure that we have it peaceful. We are telling them to do the right thing. If you do the right thing, but when we wake up one morning, BVD is missing, BVR missing. I was with Ima on a program the last time on Weekly Review on GTV, and we spoke about it. Later he came to admit that yes, it wasn't something that was wrong, that was right, and then even bashed the Electoral Commission that they had to look at it and do something about it. But before then, he was adamant. There's nothing wrong with it. What has happened? Then now they come and tell you, voter region, oh, don't worry, things are going out of hand, don't worry about it, it's fine. Whether they like it or not, these elections will be held. Whether they like it or not, those ballots will be printed. Whether they like it or not, the serials are going to be correct. Whether they like it or not, we are ready for them in Ashanti region. We are organizing our boys as much as they are organizing their boys. They should know.
Anyway, Ima?
Well, I don't know why the NDC will always want to, tag the EC the way they do. For me, I think that let's call a spade a spade. When the EC goes wrong, let's tell them. It's not about political parties. They are the arbiter. They must ensure that there is fairness among all political parties. For me, I've listened to or read about what Dr. Bosman said, and I think that all of these things at times do not augur well. But one key thing that I think that I would want to commend them about is to continue with their constant and timely communication with the citizens. And I think that they've been very effective in doing that. Every time when there are issues, they communicate to us. This issue of recalling ballot papers from the Ahafo region and then the Volta region, that has to do with the, that has to do with the serial numbers. I think that when I listened to him, he said it has to do with their auditors going around to authenticate the serial numbers, and then they detected that. I don't know why any person would want to, align that to any interest. It was wrong, and they have recalled, and the papers were burnt in front of all political parties and observers. So why would we be,
But the question here is, why those places? I know you don't work with the EC, so I can't ask you.
I am not their spokesperson, but I am saying that.
It just came out, though.
Yeah, I am saying that the EC, if you and I were not communicated, we wouldn't have known that there was any issue with serial numbers. But of course, we were communicated to that, Jack, there are serial issue problems in the Volta region and in the Ahafo. Take it that the Volta region, as the claim is, wider Volta region, to wider Ahafo region as well. So for me, it doesn't augur, but this is just to the EC. I think that the EC must ensure that there is rapid deployment of materials in averting or trying to curtail all these challenges that, that they come across. They must ensure that there's rapid deployment of materials so that people do not begin to read meanings into things that they are doing. So for me, the EC must ensure that they deploy their materials timely and very quick. Again, they must also enhance their communication. Because if
You know, it's just like boyfriend, girlfriend. If there is breakage or there is gap in your communication, they will leave you. But if you keep constant communication, if there's a problem, you should talk to your to the people that matters. If there's a challenge, you should call the people that are involved. Just like when this issue of the serial numbers occurred, I noticed that they quickly called for emergency IPAC meeting. The people were involved. So we need more of that. There should be an enhanced communication, just as they are doing, continuous one of that, for that matter. Again, there should also be deliberate, in the course of the reprinting they are doing, there should be quality control checks, so that we do not have repeat of what is happening, what happened a few days ago, that they have to now come and tell us that, you know, the serial numbers problem. No, there should be quality control checks.
Well, they're saying that everything is fine, right?
I'm saying that there have been challenges, but in order for them to enhance whatever that is fine, they must put all these measures in place to mitigate future occurrences, because we do not want to have a repeat of those things again.
Right.
You and I know that if today Easy comes back to tell us that there's another problem, I beg.
It's going to be another issue.
It's going to be another
and
issue.
You know, they are always, anytime the issue comes in, they actually tie to the...
They tie to the
NPP.
NPP.
They're tired of it,
Meanwhile,
right?
the NPP is not benefiting anything. Oh, please,
Wait,
hold on, let me finish.
Yes, some few minutes.
Meanwhile, the NPP is not benefiting from whatever they are doing. The NPP is part of the footballers. The NDC is part of the footballers. The EC happens to be the referee. So if there are issues on the pitch, it is only proper that you call all the players involved, bring them on the pitch, tell them that this place, we need to make sure that we level the grounds well. And that is what the EC is doing. So I think that their quality control checks must be enhanced to stop some of these things. Again, I noticed that they said they've started training for their EC officials. There should be a comprehensive training for them. We do not want to have Togbe during the election process. They should train them properly, give them all the necessary kits.
But the allegations that these people are members of the...
I am coming. You see...
A minute more.
I am coming. Again, they should see to it that there are independent monitoring of all the processes, so that people do not say that the party A is benefiting and party B is... See, I have heard people say that, yesterday, now I heard the NDC saying that there are some people who are members of the ruling government.
A minute more.
If you claim that there are some people, you've put them out, the EC should do the right thing. But I want to also state on record that in whole West and whole Central, there are NDC executives, constituency executives, and I'm saying this for the record, who are part of the EC officials. And I'm sending this caution to the director of EC in the Volta region. We are watching you closely. That the people who you have put as who you have accepted as EC officials in whole West and whole Central, these are executives of the NDC. You see, we think that some of these people, they are Ghanaians. We don't want to worry ourselves because it will not contribute or inure to the benefit of the vote.
All right, your time is...
The people of Ghana who are Ghanaians, they know what the NPP has done. They will vote for us. And now the last thing has to do with the brigadier that he talked about. That was something.
I'll come back to you. Your time.
Are you sure?
Yes, I'll come back to you.
Okay, that's fine.
Please.
You know I respect you, so
I'll come back to you. Don't worry at all.
You see, in his haste to crucify us, he ended up contradicting himself. Look at how he got edgy when he had to talk about Volta region and whole. Let's assume, I don't know which realities he's talking about. Let's assume that it is true. Look at how he got edgy. Polling station agents or district officers. Look at how he got edgy. We are looking at you with eagle eyes. But you can have Apiahina at headquarters. You are okay with that? Why are you guys are insensitive? I don't really get it. You can have so you're mentioning how many people? 2, 3? And that is a problem? But it is okay for Apiahina to be at headquarters. It is okay for you to have polling station agents, more than 20, in Dwabuso. It is okay. The Electoral Commission, whether it is an NDC person who is there, it is an MPP person who is there. In fact, we're saying that it is not done. He says NDC are footballers. Yes, we are footballers. He says the MPP are footballers. You are not footballers. They are the linesmen. So we have a referee who is called the Electoral Commission. And then all the linesmen on the sides who take decisions are their people. So they decide whether there's a corner or there's no corner. In fact, even the person that is checking, what do you call it? I'm not a soccer fan. There's what do you call it? Yes. What is it called?
The VAR.
The VAR. Even the VAR.
So me, the woman, I know VAR. You, the man, you don't know VAR.
Forgive me. I'm not a football. I'm not a football. I do swimming and stuff.
All right.
But Rosalind, even the VAR is being monitored by them. So they decide in the room. You know, when the problem comes, Madam EC, referee, this is what it is. You're telling us that we should be comfortable with that. But you're mentioning Hohoi, and you are edgy.
I never mentioned Hohoi, please.
Oh, whatever it is that you mentioned, whatever you mentioned in Volta region, you are edgy. But you don't understand when we are edgy. The hypocrisy. We're saying that we're going for a march. If you are not a coward, come in clean. Only cowards, Rosalind, only cowards do this. When you're tough and you lose your job as a father, you stand up, you go out, you clean the gutters. That's what you do. That's what men do. You don't sit in the house and give excuses to your wife and say, Mijuma say, and I'm a kosa michin. Clean the gutter. That's what men do. You sit down and then you want to go for an election because you have a weak candidate. You're doing everything. You're pampering him like you're babysitting him. You're pampering him every corner. You're putting people in places to help him. Allow the man to fight with his own courage. He doesn't have it. So we're telling them, if Ho is a problem for you, we are telling you that Apiahene is even a much more bigger problem. Don't be concerned about Ho. Be concerned about Apiahene in the Electoral Commission.
Okay. Ima, you wanted to say something about...
Yeah, you see...
The military man.
Yes, the military man.
Brigadier General.
I listened and watched carefully Samis Jemfi's posture yesterday. It's so absurd. And the Samis Jemfi I have known for a while now. On a normal day, he would have brought out a pictorial evidence of the allegations. When one of your media houses, permit me to mention the name, City News, their late evening news yesterday, when they put him to scrutiny, that why didn't you show the pictures? Do you have evidence? And why didn't you petition the IGP or petition the Ghana Armed Forces? He said they are in the process. On a normal day, the Samis Jemfi, I knew he would have petitioned these people. See.
But in his statement, he did petition, right? Maybe he hasn't done.
No,
he hasn't written to them officially.
They've not.
But in the statement, he did say that they are asking the IGP to look.
They are asking, but they have not officially presented a petition to them yet. What I am saying is that I am daring him. If he has evidence of the things he said, he claims that there have been ballot papers that have been printed, there are military uniforms, there are guns. He should. I am even surprised that the IGP and the lights will sit and watch this just sweep like that. No. They must call him. He should provide evidence. Because you cannot just sit on in your party headquarters over there, the Adabraka headquarters, and you just throw any sweeping comments. No. The NDC has always been deliberate in passing false message. Fine. If you have any evidence, please, yours is to produce the evidence. We want to see the evidence. I will be very glad. And I tell you, I will give him 5-gun salutes if Samis Jemfi is able to produce those evidence. If he doesn't produce it, then I don't think that he's a man enough. I am saying this because, you see, when we get to election periods like this...
But if he doesn't produce it, if you say he's not man enough, then what are you saying?
No, what I mean to say is that the lies, the propaganda is becoming too much. When he's unable to produce it, what it simply means is that, indeed, the DNA of propaganda, the DNA of lies from his boss to him is what he's churning out.
All right, so this is what they are saying.
But I think that the media must take on this. This should be in your interest. You must be interested in ensuring that Samis Jemfi produce every fact as he alleged yesterday, because they cannot continue to be doing this all in the name of vote.
And the question I even ask is, why now? Are they afraid?
If you're a man,
if you think that it's a level playing ground,
if he's a man,
and let's who is talking about arresting somebody? Please, nobody is talking about arresting. I don't have time to waste. I have time to go and campaign to the electorate to vote for my candidate. I will not waste my time on Sami Jemfi.
All right,
no, I'll not do that.
So I'll read this one from Yaoundé, Cameroon. His name is Lambert. Hi, Lambert. Good morning. Oh, thank you so much for sending your message. He says, please, Ghanaians, make a good decision come December 7th. Forget about ranting politicians who keep deceiving us for their personal interests. Rosalind, one politician told me here in Cameroon that if you don't do politics, politics will do you, and that politics is scratch my back and scratch your own. Wow. Lambert. Yeah, in Ghana, it's not easy. All right, so this one says, good morning, Rosalind. I want to tell you that Senor is lying. I am NPP member in Volta region, and I can tell you on authority that nothing like that is happening in Volta. Okay.
Now, when he spoke, he didn't provide evidence. He's asking for
all right, okay, so that's all you have to say here. Adele says when Senor spoke, he didn't provide evidence.
We are asking Sami Jemfi for evidence. Go and catch him.
No, but it will only be fair for the evidence
Rosalind,
to come out, though.
When you finish your messages.
Okay. Dear Rosalind, I'm not an NDC member or sympathizer, but Baumia is like an empty sack that cannot stand upright unless it's filled with solid things, because all the lectures Baumia gave in 2016, what are we seeing? In 2016, $1 was 3.9, now to 17.20. 1 gallon of petrol was 14, now 70. Debt to GDP was 56.5, now 83%. Unemployment rate was 8% and now 14.7%, and still counting. So if Baumia says he should be given another 4 years after fumbling with 8 years in government as vice president, then the youth of Ghana should not trust Baumia and vote massively against him. Good morning, dear Charles Echampong. This one says that Rosalind, tell NDC rep to stop bragging. It doesn't win any election in Ghana. NPP just work extra hard. That's all. NPP is winning 51.23. Okay. Good morning, Rosalind. Ghanaians have given the government 4 years. The project was completed with auxiliaries. As a media, you should hold the government if the project is not completed. What holds NDC unable to do the project? Thanks to the current government at SHTS, NDC was not able to complete one-story building. Good morning, Joy Prime. Please tell the NPP man there to stop. This one says, your age mates who chose to work in public sector have their monies locked in a certain deadly DDEP. As a former president, you have your money secured. You didn't share in their pains and agony. Today, you are telling us to endorse the continuity of the same government who formulated and implemented such senseless policy. Ricardo from Bichim. Meshach Ashanti from Amasaman. Ghanaians are more than ready to welcome the second independence celebration on 7th of December. The suffering and hardship we see today under Nana Baumia administration will be no longer existing. The 24-hour economy is coming to create sustainable jobs for all Ghanaians, especially the youth. So I urge all Ghanaians to go to the polls and vote massively for President Mahama. Okay. Okay, so I'll go to the last one because sometimes the messages are a lot. I'm asking again, do you think Baumia can dare make a move that he's calling for the investigation of Jankroma Akufo-Addo on her involvement in ambulance scandal? Okay, that's a question you're asking. All right. The MPP are always listing the worst government ever. Cost of food is higher than ever. Now you waited to start opening roads. Good morning. I'm urging all Ghanaians to join hands and come out in their numbers on December 7th to vote against bad governance of this administration. It's only economic failure of the so-called our economic lecturer of 2008, 2012, 2016, and forgot his economic books as soon as he got into office and never returned to those books to solve our economic problems. This is from Jake. I'll read the last one, and I go. All right. Good morning, Rosalind. Please let's focus on whether the project, that's FP, was executed or not. And if yes, let's praise the government. These back and forth is not helping Ghana. This month is a year of commissioning, and the NDC should be prepared to receive the pain from Joe Bengi. So, I like the fact that all these things are happening. Like, we are commissioning and all of that. But can we be doing this thing a bit earlier? Can we Ghanaians enjoy it a bit earlier? We will hail the government whenever they do things. Anytime something is done for Mother Ghana, we get to enjoy it. It's not just one government that will enjoy it or the certain government that enjoys it, because nobody will stay in power forever. But we as the citizens, we get to enjoy it. And it's our right to even enjoy this. That's why we queue to vote for them. And so for most Ghanaians, the thing is that most Ghanaians are wishing that once you are put in there, you will start the work from day one. Don't wait till election before we start commissioning projects. That's all Ghanaians are asking for. So give it to us from day one. So if you come into power and the project will last 2 hours, do it. So we know that, okay, when we came to power, we have done this, we have done that, we have done this, we have done that. You did good. But it looks like everybody waits, and then when it's last minute, we start commissioning. They say, yay, we have worked. Anyway, so let me take their final opinions from my guest, and then we can go. And once a very big thank you to Franco Trading Enterprise for always having our back. Franco Trading Enterprise still phone Papa Pay fee. So I'll take Ima's final words, and then I take you, Adele.
I would want to. Adele said that we have a weak candidate. But I think that he and I know that we do not have a weak candidate. If we have a weak candidate, then I don't think that he would be able to bring out both solutions, over 70 both solutions that has been detailed for the good people of Ghana, that his flag bearer failed to, offer us. Again, he will agree with me that if he claims that our candidate is weak, the weak candidate is calling your flag bearer to the debating table. Yet, the all-knowing flag bearer of his, who thinks that he's the only one who knows everything, will only sit or stand on platforms and be insulting our flag bearer. Our flag bearer is a humble person, very humble, very respectful. Have you on any of the platforms seen him insult? No, he doesn't insult. That is why we, as his followers, we will not insult. Their flag bearer only insults, and that shows the level of weakness in him. Their flag bearer is failing to come to the debating table, and that shows the level of weaknesses in him, because he knows that when he comes to the debate table, he will be floored by Baumia. And I'm telling you, if they like, then they should come to the table. He's inviting Mahama to the table. Let's debate. Man to man. He's failing to do that. He's been president before, as he claims. He should come to the table.
All right.
The only thing he has taught his people is for the lives of Dela Edem and co. to sit on media platforms and be insulting
your time.
Elder statement. And I am watching every media house. We must speak to this issue and call out these guys that they should stop the tangents they are going.
Your time is
Insulting will not solve the problem.
Your time is up.
And lastly, let me use the platform to wish your colleague Brenda a belated happy birthday. I think she celebrated.
You haven't given her gifts. Give her.
Oh, no, I'll do that when I'm there. She celebrated her birthday, I think, last Saturday. A belated happy birthday to you, Brenda. I'm sure after the show, we'll have some breakfast this morning.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
All right, Adele.
Rosalind, when you comfortably and boldly organize lectures and tell the people of Ghana that, excuse me to say, 4.2 per dollar is a weak economy, and it's an economy that is in crisis, and it's an economy that is collapsed, and you're the economist, and you should be given. And the state is carried and given to you when you know that being given the head of the economic management team, it is not a barbecue. It is work, and problems will come. And you sit and supervise to move from 4.2 to 17 Ghana cedis today as we speak. And I say, for example, that you are shameless to even have the courage to sit on TV and call people and then talk to them, it's an insult. If you are shameful, you are shameless, you are shameless. Because me, Rosalie, let me tell you something. If I sit here on your set and I indicate or say anything at any point in time that this is what I intend to do, and I feel the least I will do is to come and sit here and say, I am sorry, this is not what I planned to do, this is what happened. He doesn't even have the courage. Like, do you know what it means? It takes a certain level of maturity. It takes, even at my age, it takes a level of maturity, a certain level of maturity for you to come to a conclusion that, you are sitting here, you are comfortable with 17 cedis. You are sitting here and saying bold. What bold? What is bold? Bold is 17 cedis per dollar.
I know your time is up.
I'm landing. Then he says, well, debate. What debate? Your candidate sets the tone. That is why I say he's shameless. He sets the tone. When John Mahama called for debate, yes, we are going. When John Mahama called for debate, he says we should go and debate the people of what? Sangba. Well, today he's from. He should go and debate the people from Bole and Boy. We are treating him by his cards. He said,
all right,
they said, in men, your words are your bonds. We are holding him by his words.
Okay, your time is up.
We don't have time for him.
And that is all
He's
time will permit us for this particular segment. A big thank you to Emmanuel Meplenu, who's represented the NDC, and Adel Omar Ibrahim, who represented the NDC this morning. Thank you all so much for sending your messages to us. And you know, as a media house, our work is to ask all the questions that you have been asking at home. It doesn't mean that it's propaganda, but you have to ask the questions. So we will ask the questions because we are fearless. We'll ask it as it is.